I've been with ChemAxon for a bit more than 12 years now, and so I've seen quite a lot of the history. And so now I would like to do something a little bit different with you. I would like to look back through some of the key moments in ChemAxon's history. And let me understand how this works. This is okay, yeah, it's too simple. So this, actually, we are going to go on a journey together, and this journey starts about a year ago. At ChemAxon, we have something called a product owner meeting. This is where we meet to discuss current questions, issues, make some decisions together. And so this, specifically 1 year ago, some of you might know András Stratz. He's the product owner of Marvin Live. And he shared with us that about a year before that, we had made a decision, and it turned out that the decision was not really the best one, and so it led to some issues at that moment. And he finished his short speech by saying that, well, if we had a time machine, then we should go back in time and make a different decision this time. And people laughed, and then we tried to solve it in a different way. But I would like, is Tracy here? Yes. So I made the same presentation in Budapest, and at that time I asked Tracy, do you remember what you said to András? And he didn't remember, so I wonder if now you remember. Still not, okay. So please pay attention this time, it's the last time. So after András mentioned that if we had a time machine, we should use it to fix the decision. If you know our founder, Cheesy, you know that he is quite strong in getting down to the point and to doing something concrete and actionable. So I think he felt that that's not very actionable, so he asked András, okay, but what is your concrete proposal? And I really like András' answer, which was that my concrete proposal is to build a time machine. So that's when people laughed, and then we fixed the problem in a different way. But that got me thinking that, yes, it would be quite nice to have a time machine for ChemAxon. It would be useful for this kind of situation where we made a wrong decision, could go back in time. But also, if you found a bug in our software, then we could also go back in time and fix it before you even experience it. And I think that some of you know about these cases where you go to us and say, ask that you would like a feature and you would like it yesterday. Well, with a time machine, we could do that. So today, I would like to take you on the ChemAxon time machine and go back through some of our special moments, looking especially at the ChemAxon sketches. And so, okay, here we are at the UGM, and let's test our time machine. So first, you know how it works. There's a little dial, and you put the year. So let's start with 2018, just the beginning of the year, and I would like you to help me. So what happened in the beginning of this year for ChemAxon? What's the special occasion? Yes, I think I heard the 20th anniversary, so that's what we did in the beginning of the year. We celebrated, and I think this UGM is also the occasion to celebrate. Okay, that's great. So our time machine works. Now let's go a little bit further in time, 2012. Now what happened, which product was released in 2012 in terms of sketchers? Marvin.js, yes. So let's remember that was like a very early version of Marvin.js. Hopefully it will load. Yes, so you can see how this looked, importing a Marvin file. And you can see finally some chemistry. So that was 2012, very, very good. Let's continue and go further in time. It's starting to get interesting, 1998. So what was that? Yes, the company was founded, and what about sketchers? Marvin Sketch, yes. So now we go to some old times when there was an applet, and you had to load, and you had to wait, and so if you are like me, you might have a mix of nostalgia and frustration about this time. But so if you haven't switched yet and you are using the web, then please talk to Effie about Marvin.js. And so, yeah, we reached 1998. As you mentioned, this was the foundation of ChemAxon, so this is the end of our journey. Or is it? We have a time machine. Let's see if we can do something a little bit more wild. Let's go back even further in time. Is this going to work? Yes. And I have to also move not just in time, but in space to reach our ancient computer, which is sitting there. And I would like to show you what I think would have happened if ChemAxon had existed in 1980. Yes. I guess some of you remember that time. So our machine is booting. Yes, it's working. So let's see the ChemAxon software from 1980. Let's go. All right, so you probably know this guy. It's a little Pac-Man, but what's a bit different here is that as you move around the screen, you're actually drawing some chemistry. So it's quite a clever little guy. He can do a lot of things. And so, yeah, that's my take on what I think chemistry would have looked like in 1980 if ChemAxon had existed. And I don't want to stop there because, OK, this was fun to look at this, but I would like you to take part in the fun. So what we did for this special occasion, we created a little game based on this. And so what you can do is that you can log in, and this is the ancestor of our software as a service. So you can log in, but because it's 1980, you can only use 3 letters for your login. So I'm DBR, and there is no password. But you can belong to a team, because there will be a competition, you will see. So I'm going to choose to belong to the ChemAxon team, and you can have several teams. I will also be the French team. You can be creative. And so now what's happening is that on the screen, you see there is press enter to start game. So on the top right, you will have some instructions. And as now what you are getting a task. So here it says draw ethane. And there is a number decreasing. That's your score, because you should do it quickly to get more points. If you don't know what to do, you press H. And that will tell you a little bit how to use this thing. So yes, I managed to draw ethane. That's very good. And the next task is to do cyclohexane. I will do this very quickly. And I won't do everything. So I will skip. And I just want to show you quickly. This is our last challenge, which is a little bit more maybe challenging or open-ended for the chemists in the room. So the task here is you need to draw a structure using, of course, this special editor. And you can see on the left, there are the Lipinski criteria. So there are 5 of them. Those that are not met are in red. And with the added constraint, it should be at least, I think, 12 atoms, something like that. And so the idea is you need to draw something that is drug-like, right? And once you did, the challenge is to maximize the solubility. And as you do that, you will get higher score. And so I won't do that. It's up to you to investigate this. And when you're finished, you can press escape when you are happy with your score. And you will get a score. And so there is a little competition going on. And so you will have the occasion during this time to try this. So on the next room, there are demo stations. And on one of them, there will be this game. So please try it and try to have a good score and have fun with it. Thank you.